South Africa has reached a proverbial crossroad. Great constitution, great legal framework. It has been tested now so many times. We even know some Latin words, idolatry something, whatever you call it. It's a country with prospect of being a successful country. It's a rich country, a beautiful country. Every time I'm out of the country, I look at South Africa that it's a place which I'll never leave for any other country. But on the other hand, there's persistent poverty, inequality, and scourge of unemployment. We have come to terms with abnormality. If you see somebody begging on the street, it has become normal. We are no different to a mortuary worker who has come to terms to dead bodies and no empathy for the one who have lost a loved one. We have become an instant society. Instant in the sense that for us to look at a global competitive mining industry, look at the labor market, we must look what's happening in a country, broadly in our society. We've become an instant society in the sense that we're looking at short term. Things must happen now, not tomorrow, regardless of consequences. We have become populist, media attention seeking. If you do a right thing, you are likely not to be covered by the media. If you do a wrong thing, you are likely to be posted and be displayed all over so that you can repeat the wrong thing, reinforce it positively. We have seen peacetime revolutionists, people who never threw a stone during wartime, but they have discovered now it's time to be in a war situation. There's application of violence and destruction. Not long ago, we went to Dalmas, where a clinic was banned because people were looking for a road, demanding for a road. This clinic was built post-1994. As a result of that clinic being banned, with the files, medical files of patients, they had now, especially the senior citizen, to pay and travel to town to seek medical attention. We have seen a situation where we can prevent our own kids from going to school for a couple of months because we want a road. We have become an instant society. Greed, abundance of greed, and deficit of empathy, the point I raised earlier on, where we've just accepted abnormality as normal. No respect for rule of law. Many of you travelers abroad and so on, just small things of respecting the rule of law, crossing an intersection. You know, you South African, you always take chances. You know, there's no car, you cross. Just came back from Australia, very impatient, standing on a crossroad, on an intersection, there's no cars, and nobody's crossing the road. A collapsed management system. Literally, we have seen weak management. Weak management in the sense, this is not my language, but few women said so, management with no steel balls. It's not me, that's why I put it forward. I didn't say so. Somebody said so. Weak leadership, not only in management, but also in trade unions, political level, stakeholders, civil organization and so on. We have seen inability to stand for something which is right because you want to be popular. We saw a manager, person is being dismissed wrongfully, the person get to be reinstated, but another union rep come and say, we don't want that person, and the management comply and say, go, because the other union does not want you. Leaders appear to be unaware of their actions. Sanctimoniousness, where people can present themselves as if they are something, and yet they are fake. Corruption, collusion. You know, this corruption issue, it's so painful because we tend to look at when it's in the public sector. Look at this bread issue. Now, bread is a very important for the poor, but business collude, get into corrupt practices on bread. Construction companies. Now, in some instances, we tend to be polite. Instead of calling it corruption, we say price collusion. Now, in the food area, we say mislabeling, you know, where they, instead of eating a chicken and then it's not chicken, it's a pig and so on, they say mislabeling. Yet it's corruption. This anti-competitive behavior by business, the point is here, how sustainable are some of the tactics of organized labor? We said, for organized labor to be strategic and be relevant, it must never be about for itself. It must look beyond itself, be a voice of the voiceless, be strategic, look at long term. The reality is that if the industry is not sustainable, we will have no members. So it is in our best interest to have sustainable industries because we want membership.